Okay, doctor. So words carry like a lot of meaning, right? And when you're ADHD and you have a stutter, it's hard to get those things out, your thoughts and feelings. Right now, it's hard for me to really express my thoughts too sometimes. So I'm good with stories more because stories are easy to they just come off because it's real, it happened, whatever. But thoughts and feelings takes a little more oomph. It's just not right on the tongue, right? To have those descriptive words come out. Anyways, with words, I remember, periodically I hear about people getting in trouble for using the N word, right? And racism and a lot of things are loaded with that word, and for good reason, right? But I remember growing up and not knowing what racism really was. It's not a thing, like I didn't have prejudice against anybody. I grew up in a lot of mixed neighborhoods. I'm a penguin, I'm black and white, right? Um, and I remember not knowing what that word meant. And I remember in sixth grade, I went all the way till sixth grade, right? Middle school. And the first time I got in trouble, and the only time I got in trouble for using that word, I just remember hearing it with my kids, growing up in the hallways. I never really used it, but I didn't know it was really bad. But I remember just sitting in class, my history class with Mr. Webb, and I remember I just said, "What's up?" with the N word, right? Kind of in like a playful manner. And I didn't say it to anybody. I just said it out loud. I don't know what. I just wasn't thinking it was anything particular. But oh my gosh, I remember having some students turn to me like mortified, like, "What did you just say?" like, like, I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I remember them telling the teacher, and the teacher just made this thing of it. I mean, and for good reason. I didn't know why at the time, but I learned later. But it made this uproar. I mean, just questioning and grilling me. I got detention for it. I got sent to the principal's office for it. And I told them that I didn't know what it was. But they didn't believe me, which is frustrating for me as a kid. You're just like, I don't know what this means. I just hear it and I say it. And I still got detention for it. So I was scared to death to say that word again. Um, they explained to me what it was, so it was hard because I still got detention. I still got punished the hard way for it. Um, I don't really hold it against them for it. I mean, it was a bad thing to say, and I don't know. I just thought that was interesting how I kind of learned about that. Um, I don't know. I guess the more you say no to something, right, the more attention you bring to it. So, from that point on, every time I hear, stories on the news and stuff like that, I feel like it's bringing all of this attention to it. And I know it's still a problem, and I know people are still growing up on these derogatory feelings and these racist feelings and stuff. Luckily I didn't have that. I didn't have family you know, that was ever a thing or believed in that, or we didn't use that vulgar language. But, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is for that, but I remember that story just really affecting me, and it changed my life. Um, you know, it just changed it. So,